Giridvaradhari Jaya Yashodanandana Jaya Bharjana Ranjana Jaya Yashodanandana Jaya Bharjana Ranjana Jaya Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.
जय श्री राधा गिरधारी भगवान की जय, श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा माई की जय, श्री गिरि गोवर्धन की जय, श्री कृष्ण बलराम की जय, श्री निताय गौरचंद्र भगवान की जय, श्री कृष्ण बलराम की जय, जय श्री रुक्मिणी द्वारकाधीश भगवान की जय, श्री सीताराम लक्ष्मण भक्त हनुमान की जय, निताय गौरचंद्र प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the lotus feet of Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga ki jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Gurudev ki jai. Hare Krishna. How's everybody doing today? Everyone is all right? Our Sanjeev Prabhu, you reached Haryana, Kurukshetra. You reached safe. You look very happy.
Yes, Prabhu.
Anyone who goes to India is always very, very happy, very lucky, you know.
Yes, it's so different from there, Prabhu. It's very different. And yes, happy, right? And especially when you are try to do the project that's dedicated to preaching, and that's very wonderful. So I will post some photos that I already started.
Oh,
And
very good.
but this is yes, but it's raining, so you have to stop. Yes.
Wonderful, very nice. We wish you all the
Yes.
success. And as I said in my trip, you know, to the devotees who had come to meet me, you know, that our projects are going to start very soon. And once you do that, and then you will see very big excitements in India. And like this, we've got 2 countries in which we are very much involved. Then we'll add more countries. And our thing is like this, that all these youngsters who are in our team, when they grow up and when they move to other countries at all, for their jobs or their livelihood or their family, whatever. So wherever they are, they can join us and they can have a pitching center. Wherever they are, just start. Prabhupada did the same thing. 2 people, now you go there, this country, start a center there. And they would start. And we are online, we are offline, we are everywhere. And what we do here, as Avinash Prabhu knows this, we just replicate it as we can, or add your new things. You don't have to copy what we're doing exactly, but you can learn from this and pick up things. So simple, philosophical discussion, chanting, prasadam distribution, and kirtan programs. Don't complicate things anymore.
As you rightly said, it's so dynamic, Prabhu. You can start anywhere.
Yes.
And thank you for engaging, Prabhu, and giving so much training and giving us strength.
You are giving us strength. Now all the youngsters are looking at all of you, how you guys shape up, and then they will learn and they will do. Very nice. Very nice.
Thank you.
All the success to you. Oh, we've got Abhishek Mundal joining us. Kya baat hai, Prabhuji? What have you done? Are you giving us some good news as well? I told her to show me your face when you give me some more good news. Is it there now? Happening now, Prabhuji? What's happening? Tell me.
Hare Krishna, Dhanvat Pranam Prabhu. How are you?
Yes, we are first class. You tell me.
Going well, Prabhu. Going well, Prabhu. Just got a time today to be in this busy schedule to be make sure a bit earlier to be come back to the house. So that's the thing. Okay.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Wonderful. Hare Krishna. Okay, right. So I want to start today's discussion. Now, Suchi is there? You can show yourself, please. All our moon-like faces. I like to see people's moon-like faces. Unless we're traveling and you say that my decoration is not good, my face is not moon-like today. That's another thing altogether. That's all right.
Yes, Prabhuji, I'm traveling today. I'm at Mumbai airport, so I'll listen to the class, but I'll surely be there
Okay.
till the class ends. Yes.
No problem. Divanshi is traveling as well. She wrote to me that they are traveling, so that's all right. Pratyush, you're not showing your moon-like face. Is there a reason for it? You are upset or something with us?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I'm going to turn on my camera in just a few minutes.
Wonderful. You're going to read today.
Okay.
Some nicely decorated, okay? Put some nice powder and all those things. For Mataji is a different thing, Pitaji is okay, different things, So I have to cover all the all the aspects, things, Okay. Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Daivim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jai Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is ki Jai Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki Jai Srila Gurudev ki Jai Word to word synonymous translations and purport for Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Sri Nitai Gaur Chandra Premanande Hari Hari Bol Jai Hare Krishna. Right. There you go. You can see Pratyush now. So we are going to discuss today a little dry subject. But you see, now all these different speakers that we invite to come and speak, and we request them to speak. Sometimes we ask them to speak on their subject which they want to speak on. Sometimes we give them the subject matter, So depending upon what we have, because they come and speak at the different levels of devotees, We are a very unique program because we are online now. When we were not online, we were offline, then we used to have compartmentalized programs. So we used to have one program only for the seniors. So those who are in the intermediate or lower, they can't attend that program. Then we had a separate program for intermediate devotees, and the beginners devotees was separate, It was just different. But here with it being online, we kept it open because what happens is this, that those who come online, they always go to other places like YouTube or MyTube or ZTube, and they'll listen to all different classes, and they're going to have information anyways. Earlier, it was not the case, you see. So here at least they will know that we are a educational institution where knowledge is given step by step. So we all can come together, listen to all the sessions if we want to. But at the same time, we have got our own separate class, beginners program or intermediate program or the overall sales program, etc. And also you've got your own counselors, the leaders programs too, to which you attend. So I'm satisfied at this point in time that the kind of knowledge that you all will get that will help your chanting, as you heard from Abhay Charan Prabhu, that ultimately knowledge, we fall back upon knowledge. When we do not know in life, experience we don't have, if you do not have experience on what to do when something happens, that life always throws a very curvy, a googly ball all the time in cricket, So we may not have all kinds of experience on facing things, So at least the knowledge will go back and say, this knowledge, let me go back to the knowledge. We may be baffled for some time, but after that we come back and then we learn. So this is where I think we have covered fairly good basis. And what was the last point that was remaining is the physical activities in all your different locations. That is happening now with Avinash Prabhu, Saraswati Mataji also coming to India. I will be meeting your team, their teams. All of you should take advantage of this situation, which I'm sure you guys are doing it, already planned up things. So they'll also kickstart different projects there. And similarly, we've got Sunil Prabhu starting up his project. We've got Mayuresh, Shila Prabhu doing their projects, So in about a year or two's time, we can see that you all will be very busy with your education, finished jobs, family life, whatever it is. At the same time, you'll be engaged in this also. So your activities, your physical study, your programs, Saturdays, with Sundays, and then some physical activity with it, So boys, you guys are going to be very busy. Don't you worry. And that's how we catch you guys young, We don't catch you guys old. You won't meet Parth when he's about 50 years old. He said, I don't want to be interested in Krishna consciousness. I'm all right, smoking my hookah, We will be wearing hookah, who knows. Trend may come again. Nowadays, hookah is in villages, But you find hookah in cities also. You know hookah city? Is there in Nagpur there? Hookah place? Yeah, we have in New Zealand also, Auckland also. They have hookah place, so the people sit down and wear. Even in this COVID, they have the same thing, man. They don't even change. They wash it. How stupid it is. Nonsense, but that's how it is. Hookah. Anyway, that's all right. Okay, Pratyush, would you like to read something? Now we are discussing. Do you think helping people is good? What do you think, Pratyush? Helping people is good?
Yes, it is.
What it is good? Yes. You think by helping people you can help God, you can reach God?
It depends.
Sorry,
Depends.
different question. I'll ask a very specific question.
Okay.
By helping people, you are serving Krishna. Mano Seva is equal to Madhav Seva. Is it true? What do you think?
No, it is not. It depends on what we are doing. If we are,
People,
yes,
you are helping people, constructing hospital, giving money, giving food. Is this
it just, but it is not, we are not doing that Krishna Seva. We are just accumulating good karmas. We are just helping them in this life. We are not helping them to go out of this life and that cycle. We are not helping them to go out of this cycle. We are just helping them in this birth only.
Very good. You are already in the intermediate level. Vinashravu, Matari, what are you guys doing? हमारा पूरा वो निकाल दिया है ना. Our fish is gone away now. Right? All of you also say, no, Madhav Seva is Manav Seva is Madhav Seva. And we said, no, it is not. And we'll be no, there is no fight. Everybody is accepting it now. So मेरा तो boring हो गया मेरे लिए. I feel very bored now. There should be some competition, to say, yes, Manav Seva is Madhav Seva. Serving people is serving God. Then one of you have to take some position, Like when Krishna descends, he cannot fight in the spiritual world, Everybody is agreeable to him. Krishna is a young man, 17-year-old maximum, So because nobody is fighting with him, he comes to the material world with his devotees and he makes them think that they are his enemies. Kamsa, Ravana, they fight and then Krishna is very happy fighting with them. यहाँ पर तो कोई fighter ही नहीं है हमारे साथ. I have to find some other place and fight, man. What is this, man? I'll make Hare Krishna weekend too now somewhere else. Very good. Oh, Divanshi is here as well. She said she won't, but good to hear. Good to see you, Mother. Hare Krishna. Right. So now let us come to this conversation. We'll have a deeper understanding on finding spiritual solutions to material problems. And can you read this? Is it legible to you? Pratyush?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Wonderful. Now, please start.
Altruism, temporary and eternal. In 1972, the South Indian state of Andhra Pradesh was stricken by a severe drought that affected millions. Hoping that the International Society for Krishna Consciousness would provide assistance, T.L. Katadia, Secretary of the Andhra Pradesh Relief Fund Committee, wrote to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada responded with this surprising and edifying letter.
What is the meaning of edifying? Anyone, please? Edify meaning what?
More like surprising.
It's the first word, surprising. Jump on Google.
It says providing moral or intellectual instruction, or else it says used to express one's disapproval of something.
Looks like disapproval.
It's actually, I'm just looking down at other definitions. It seems to be some sort of instructive or informative way of saying something.
Yep. At the same time, normal concept of just thinking that you help here, you're helping God will come. So let's hear this. Okay, let's go into this discussion. Okay, Patrice, let's read this letter now.
Revered Swamiji, the residents of the Twin Cities are happy to have this opportunity to meet you and your esteemed followers. You may be aware that due to inadequate rainfall during the last 2 years and its complete failure this year, more than half of our state, Andhra Pradesh, a state in southern India, is in the grip of a serious drought. With a few to supplement governmental efforts to combat this evil, a central voluntary organization of citizens drawn from various walks of life has been set up. The members of this organization surveyed the areas affected by drought. The situation is pathetic. There are villages where drinking water is not available for miles. Due to scarcity of fodder, the cattle owners are parting with their cattle for a nominal price. Many of the stray cattle are dying away due to unavailability of fodder and water. The food problem is also very serious. Due to high prices of food grains on the open market, purchase of grains at market prices is beyond the reach of poor villagers, with the result that at least 5 to 6 million people are hardly having one meal a day. There are many who are on the verge of starvation. The entire situation is most pathetic and heartrending. We therefore appeal to your revered self to consider how your society could best come to the rescue of these millions of souls who are in unimaginable distress. The committee would like to suggest that members of your society appeal to the bhaktas, devotees, attending your discourses to contribute their might to the Andhra Pradesh Relief Fund. The committee is prepared to send some of its representatives along with members of your society wherever you wish to distribute prasada to the hungry millions in the state. As Manava Seva is Madhava Seva, service to man is service to God. The committee is confident that even a little effort by your gracious society will go a long way in mitigating the sufferings of hundreds and thousands of people. Yours ever in the service of the Lord, T.L. Katirda, Secretary, Andhra Pradesh Relief Fund Committee, Hyderabad, India.
See, here he's saying yours ever in the service of the Lord. But he's Secretary of Andhra Pradesh government, state government. How is he serving God? He's writing this just to get some donations from, Srila Prabhupada. So, but Prabhupada is always right, you ever well-wisher. But people change their whatever they want to write according to the capacity. आदमी देख के पूरी बनाते हैं वो लोग. Depending upon what you want, what they want to achieve, who you are, they will talk accordingly. This is diplomats and politicians. We have to understand this. We're dealing with diplomats. Okay? Right. Do you think anything is wrong in this letter, Pratyush? Anything wrong in this letter? First thing was that wrong is that which I pointed out to you. Don't be a hypocrite, Yours in the service of the Lord. Everywhere else it says secretary, under the hand of the secretary. You write like that,
I don't think so, Prabhuji Mohan. There is that service to man is service to God.
Yeah,
Madhav Seva hi, Manav Seva hi Madhav Seva hai. That one sentence.
Okay, it is wrong, huh? Suchi, what do you think, Suchi? Are you with us? You boarded the plane or you are still with us?
Oh yes, Prabhuji, I'm there.
Yes. What do you think of this, mother? Anything wrong with it?
Yeah, there is some network issue, so I was like there, but I wasn't there. There was a
Okay.
kind of a
No, that's okay.
network
Understand.
issue.
No, that's fine. No problem. No problem. Okay, leave it at that. No problem. Right. Yes, Soumya, mother, what do you think? Anything wrong with this letter?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I'm
Oh,
having.
your voice. Sorry, excuse me. I'm asking all wrong people today. Okay, all right. Take care. Yes, Paz, Prabhu, what do you think?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes.
Yes. I think, Prabhu, like apart from what Prabhu pointed out, I think the mention that he's saying that so many millions of people are hungry in the entire state, and then he's asking people to donate money like to that relief, and he's urging Prabhupada to convey his followers to donate money. He could have just simply maybe said that if there is a scarcity of food, maybe come and just do food distribution, with ISKCON normally does also. So I think there's some misunderstanding or gap of understanding there.
Okay. I don't know. Okay. But remember one thing. Manav Seva is Madhav Seva. You serve human doesn't mean you serve God. Okay. There's one thing that is correct. But I want us to understand this one very important thing. That it doesn't mean we should not help humans. You get this point, Pratyush? You get this point? You should help people.
Yes.
We can't say I'm helping you. I serve only Krishna. I don't serve anybody else. You people are, Maya. All those things. Don't say all those things. So it's good to help people. It's good. No harm. There's no harm. Okay. One thing is very important to understand. Don't have this misunderstanding. Prabhupada is not going to say that. We will see what Prabhupada writes there. But what happens is this. See, even in prasad distribution, serving prasadam means you cook bhoga without onion, garlic, vegetarian, pure vegetarian, no mushrooms as well. You offer it to Krishna, and then you distribute them to people who are needing. That's fine. Okay. Again, you're paying. Selling it is a different thing. Don't call it prasad distribution. Call it prasad selling. We should not be hypocritical about it. And we can say I'm selling it. We have to cover the cost. No problem. That's all right. But we should not be hypocritical. The value is lost otherwise. Like we did yesterday, we did prasad distribution. No charge from anybody. Whatever we can afford, we are doing it. Okay. Second thing is this. There are those who say, okay, we'll do prasad distribution and that's done. People come, they give, and they go. They never see them again ever. Now, that is not our mood. You'll be surprised to know that one person who comes into comes in touch with us, in prasad distribution for a plate. We've got various ways, if they want to, and we are in touch with them for a long time for different times as well. We connect with them. We get their email addresses, we get their phone numbers, we get so many things. We're very expert in this. At the same time, yesterday we also gave them books of Prabhupada. Okay? Right. Making sure that it's not been misused, but this is how it is. So, philanthropic activities like prasad distribution also is good. Along with that, if you add your spiritual touch of preaching, then the benefit is more because a person will cure his material disease. And you also cure your material disease. You get opportunity. You get this point? So do not misunderstand that we should not help people. We should help. Wherever possible, we should help. It's not that we should be helping and not doing our activities. We be clever, we take care of ourselves, and we help people. Is this okay? Everybody's okay with all of you guys? But okay, let's discuss this now. Right, here Prabhupada writing now. Please read. Thank you.
My dear Mr. Katidya, please accept my greetings. With reference to your letter and your personal interview, I beg to inform you that without pleasing the Supreme Personality of Godhead, no one can become happy. Unfortunately, people do not know who God is and how to make him happy. Our Krishna consciousness movement is therefore meant to present the Supreme Personality of Godhead directly to the people. As stated in the Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, 6th chapter, Tuste cha tatra kim alabhyam ananta adya kim tair gunaha vyavatik karada iha ye swasiddha. Roji that.
Tuste chatatra kim alabhyam ananta adye kim tair guna vyatikarad iha yesva. Tuste chatatra kim alabhyam ananta adye kim tair guna vyatikarad iha yesva siddha. This is the tune for it. Okay. So it goes a bit slow and you can read nicely. Tuste chatatra kimalabhyamananta adye kim ter guna vyatikarad ihaye swasiddhaha. No problem. You read very nicely. It will come to you. Okay? Don't worry. Please continue.
The idea stated in this verse is that by pleasing the Supreme Personality of Godhead, we please everyone. And there is no question of scarcity. Because people do not know this secret of success. They are making their own independent plans to be happy. However, it is not possible to achieve happiness in this way. On your letterhead, I find many important men in this country who are
Sorry. You do something wrong, okay? Yeah.
On your letterhead, I find many important men in this country who are interested in relieving the sufferings of the people. But they should know for certain that without pleasing the Supreme Personality of Godhead, all their attempts will be futile. A diseased man cannot live simply on the strength of the help of an expert physician and medicine. If this were so, then no rich man would ever die. One must be favored by Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Okay, just stop here. All right. Now, in these two paragraphs, what did you understand? Do you want to read again? What is Prabhupada saying here in the first two paragraphs?
Prabhupada is saying in this letter that basically that if we do not serve the if we do not serve the God, we cannot serve. We have to serve the God to serve the people. If we are serving the God, we can just serve all the people. But in this day today, the people are just serving the people are not serving the God only. They're just serving the people. That's why there is that's why the people that's why there is scarcity of food, drought coming. They are not suffering the God only.
Good, good, very nice, very nice. Okay, Path, would you like to say this? What do you think?
Krishna, bro. Yes, bro. What Prabhupada are basically trying to hint, as Mr. Katidia in his letter was focusing on donation and money. So Prabhupada are trying to convey this message that you are ignoring a very important aspect. It's not just about helping people with food. More importantly, it is like about like serving the Supreme Personality of Godhead and knowing who he is, and also knowing how to satisfy him. Otherwise, all the attempts will be futile. And then Prabhupada gives the example: if only food and medicine and all this would be necessary, then no rich man would ever die, right?
What do you think of this?
Yes, bro.
What do you think of this statement?
Yes, bro. This is very correct. But or what we see in this world is that rich people try their best to not die. They have so many things. They invented so many things like cryogenic freezing and all of these things to preserve for eternity. But again, but
They die
nothing.
being freezed. They die in the freezer.
So that all of these attempts, Prabhupada are all already saying that they are futile, and we are seeing that it is futile. They're spending millions and millions in preserving their bodies. So
Yeah, but then the question is that is this argument put forth by Prabhupada when somebody asking for can you donate for this emergency? Prabhupada are giving him
then
hardcore philosophy. What do you think of it?
yes, so that was one question that I had also. Like, if from a very third person perspective I see, then I would be like, oh, he's just asking for some money and he's just asking for some food. Why is there so much philosophy thrown? Like, this is just like typical Indian uncles or something talking. Like, you ask them for something else and then they give you full lecture on philosophy and all of that. Like, why? Just reply with a yes or no or something and then be done with it, right? And then I was also thinking, Prabhu, that this is, let's say we are connected with this is about Krishna and all. He also might be writing to some church or somewhere else, and they might also be coming with philosophy like, oh, you need to serve Christ. Somebody would be coming with, oh, no, you need to serve Allah. And then people would, that is why people get so much confused. So these were the thoughts that were coming to my head when I was just reading this paragraph.
Good, good intermediate program. What do you think, others, please? Anyone is okay? I don't know if Suchi can hear, but what about others? What do you think of this?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I'm back. I think so this discussion was
Yes.
so interesting that I just found a place and I was like, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to listen. It's
Good.
very clean.
Yeah.
So yeah, the point that Parthapu raised was going on in my head only, that if every religious organization would give this kind of uh, statement to a person who is in need and an emergency need, so then what would the other organization or institute would accept or expect from others? I was also having the same doubt.
Just hold on, please. I'm just coming. Okay, let's read it again then. Let's read again, okay? Let's hear what old Indian uncle is saying. Parth, read. Please read again from here.
My dear Mr. Katidia, please accept my from your group.
Yeah, please start.
My dear Mr. Katidia, please accept my greetings. With reference to your letter and your personal interview, I beg to inform you that without pleasing the Supreme Personality of Godhead, no one can become happy.
Okay, stop here. First thing Prabhupada gave is this. Did Prabhupada mince his words? He was a salesman. Just answer my question, yes or no. He was a salesman? Pratyush, Parth, Suchi. Was a salesman selling Krishna? Of course he was. Did he put anything with sugar coated butter there? This Mr. Katidia wrote, yours in the service of the Lord as a diplomat. Prabhupada always writes, accept my blessings. What did Prabhupada write here? Accept my greetings. Do you understand this point? Right. So Prabhupada knows he doesn't need to be bothered about these people's, where the money will go, who knows? Okay, that's a part. That is not the main point. Prabhupada is giving about the philosophy. First thing, what did he say? Do you know that without worshipping and accepting God, you cannot be happy? Nobody can be happy. Do you know this? Then how can you say yours in the service of the Lord? See, the thing is this, that at our level we can accept hypocrisy. Somebody writing this as forget about it. But when you're dealing with somebody very important like Srila Prabhupada, or even you may be a pauper, but spiritually you may be very advanced. You don't need to listen to these hypocritic people. Why do you waste your time? Why do you waste your time? If it is a benefit, that's another thing altogether. That's why even in the material affairs, when somebody comes to talks to you, if you have to spend time to find out he's saying this, that means he may be meaning that. You're wasting your time with this person. You don't deal with them. And devotees should never do this. And I find so many devotees doing this. They come and talk to me of something, that means they're saying this, that means they're saying meaning that. And I have to spend my time all this. Why do bother, man? You see? So these are the diplomatic people. Why they're doing this? You spend time. So that's the first thing. So Prabhupada says, listen, if everybody serves God, there is no problem. So Suchi, Parth, and Pratyush, if every religion says this, that if you worship God fully, there is no problem, then there will be no problem. There will be no drought in Andhra Pradesh or anywhere else. But religion would say that yes, we are helping you put our name, make people convert to us, finish. You are in a conversion business. You're in converting business. You see? So either we can nowadays ISKCON has got a lot of money. They may do it. They always do this. They always do this. Don't get me wrong. At the time, no, but even if now Prabhupada would have been there, we never know how Prabhupada would have reacted to these things. That's why to study Prabhupada's books, to understand Prabhupada's instructions is very important. Because Prabhupada is not a hypocrite. All right? Right. So read it again. Let's continue further. Pratyush, now you read, continue reading from this point here. So I beg to inform you that without praising the Supreme Personality of Godhead, no one can become happy. That's the first salvo Prabhupada gave, right? Now read further from here, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, people do not know who God is and how to make him happy.
Okay, first full stop. Does this answer the question of this particular person writing yours ever in the service of the Lord? Does he know who Lord is talking about? Mr. Katedia? Yeah, he's secretary of Relief Fund. He has to make sure that the money is coming in to prove his chief minister is very happy. He's a very resourceful person, and he did so much money, and people are happy, right? He has a different objective. Let's go. Right. Then what does he say for the Prabhupada is saying? People don't know who God is. Then
And how to make him happy.
yes.
Our Krishna consciousness movement is therefore meant to present the Supreme Personality of Godhead directly to the people.
This is the point to be understood. We are in this business. What is the business? What is the business we are in?
Preaching business.
No,
Yeah.
read this. What Prabhupada is saying. To present
Krishna
the
present.
Supreme Personality of Godhead. That means there are so many people who say this is God, that is God. But we present the Supreme Personality of Godhead to the people directly. Understand this point? So somebody may say this is God, that is God, demigods are God. There is not God. So there is our business. You want to deal with us? You take this. Yeah. Even we, Hare Krishna weekend, such a small organization, when we go and do, when people, we say, okay, we'll do this way and this way. It's our way. Take it or leave it. Even when we do Harinam, you'll be surprised to know we are such a small, minute people. Even in our ISKCON Auckland, when we do there's complete big Harinam, where hundreds of devotees would come, different groups are made, our group is separate, Hare Krishna weekend. Other groups, ladies, gents, all will come, they're singing, ladies are in the front, dancing. You will see this. Watch YouTube videos, you will know any video. There's so girls are dancing nicely, beautifully dressing. For us, we keep ladies in the middle. First, there are men, ladies in the middle, men at the back. So the devotees can't figure it out. What are you guys doing? I said, no, this is how we do. You have a problem? We don't show girls dancing and then we are preaching, showing the girls dancing. That is good for you, no problem. We don't fight with anybody, we don't do it. What did Prabhupada say here? Prabhupada said that we are presenting Krishna consciousness because people do not know. Prabhupada is not compromising on the principle. He could easily said, yes, here we are distributing thousand plates for you. No problem, put our name there. It may be happening, okay, today, Prabhupada didn't do that. You see, this is very important to understand. Very, very. He may do it also. But we should not be this gullible. And if, as you all said, that Christianity, Muslim, whoever, everybody says like this, they are doing perfectly well. Okay? Understand, Pratyush? You understand this point? It'll become more clear. It's very different, revolutionary points these are. And this cannot be spoken to non-devotees. They won't understand this. There will be a big uproar against this, Let's go further. Okay, hold on. Sorry. Right. No, what did I do wrong? Here it is. Okay, then as stated in Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, 6th chapter, Tuste chatatra kimalabhya manantadadye kim ter guna vyatikarad ihaye swasiddhaha. So what is Prabhupada saying now?
Sorry, you're on a different tab.
Is it?
You're on the YouTube tab.
Oh no. Have I? Excuse me. Is it okay now? Is it all right?
Yep, perfect.
Okay. No. Well, what happened here? It just moved away. Right, here it is. So yeah, Prabhupada is saying the idea stated in this verse. Come read, Pratyush, read this.
The idea stated in this verse is that by pleasing the Supreme Personality of Godhead, we please everyone, and there is no question of scarcity.
Full stop. So what is Prabhupada saying here? Tell me, Pratyush.
Prabhupada is saying that if we are pleasing the Supreme Personality, if we are serving the Supreme Personality, then we can automatically, directly please and serve everyone.
No.
And there will be...
No. Prabhupada is saying here that if we are all pleasing together, Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, we please everyone. There is no question of scarcity. There will be no scarcity. Scarcity is there only because we are not pleasing Krishna. Do you understand this point? No, it is a hard concept. It is a very hard concept to understand. That's why we said that if Christianity, Islam, they all say the same thing, then there will be no scarcity anywhere because everybody will be right. Suchi, are you with us?
Yes, Prabhuji.
This is hard. This is very different concept. Prabhupada very clear about his fundamentals. Very different. See, further Prabhupada saying, I'll just quickly read through this. Prabhupada saying that because people do not know this secret of success, they are making their own independent plans to be happy. Here is the point. See, read it properly, study properly. Prabhupada is saying what? Because we want to be independent of Krishna and be happy, that's why we are suffering. However, it is not possible to achieve happiness in this way. Here Prabhupada is saying this way. And then Prabhupada are pointing this out. On your letterhead, I find many important men in this country who are interested in relieving the suffering of people. But they should know for certain that without pleasing the Supreme Personality of Godhead, all their attempts will be futile. No matter how rich you are. Otherwise, you tell me, for so many years now, so many people have been contributing billions and trillions of dollars for alleviation of poor people, right? So far in so many countries. So are the poor people finished? Are they more? Everybody's become rich? Then why is it happening? Then tell me. Why is it happening like this? Why are there, even after spending so many trillions of dollars, are still poor, and there are more poor being born? Have you seen? Okay, we are 17 people here. Okay, we have a lot here. Have we seen one person in our lives who's a poor person who has received money from all these trillions of dollars gone everywhere in the world, and that person from poor has become rich person? Has it happened? Have you read somewhere? Is there a story somewhere in Life magazine to say that this particular person was so poor, but now after in Africa we have put so much money there, he's become very rich now? Have you seen it? Yes or no? Suchi, have you seen it? Have you read it? When you read it, tell me. You will never read this. Because these are not meant to make poor people rich. It's a different concept. And it is proved that all these people have made money on themselves, the big parties. But that's not the point here. The point here is that why are still more poor people born more poor? Why? Why have rich people become poor people? Have you seen rich people become poor people? I've seen it. And poor people become rich not by this donation, not by your and my food, money and food parcels. They don't become rich. So there's something else to it, right? Do you understand this concept? Do you understand this concept? This should answer your questions. See, then a diseased man, Prabhupada is saying, a diseased man cannot live simply on the strength of the help of an expert physician and medicine. If this was so, no rich man would die ever. One must be favored by Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. How revolutionary is this? There are rich people who will never die. They will never get sick in the first place. If only medicines could have cured their diseases. These are Soumya, you should know this point. You're going to be a doctor one day, and very good doctor, I'm sure. We're all sure, and we'll be very proud of you. No doubt about it. But remember this, you're not curing anything. So whenever you give medicine, just surrender yourself to Krishna and say, Krishna, you are the curer. He says in the Bhagavad Gita, I am the medicine. So just chant Hare Krishna whenever you prescribe any medication to anybody. Just prescribe this medication. Chant Hare Krishna in your mind and give to them. And you'll get the credit. But tell them, I'm not giving credit. Krishna is the one. Tell them, be bold in saying it. People will respect you. Your peers will not respect you. They say, what you are? Be great to Krishna. I said, no, this is the truth. But I can tell you one thing. They don't respect you because they'll be jealous of you. You're speaking the truth. So yes, I'm prescribing this medicine. I'm getting the money also. No doubt about it. But I'm giving the credit where it is due. Don't do it immediately, otherwise you'll never grow. After you've grown, you become big. What is the secret of a success? Tell them, because I give everything. Krishna is the person who cures. Write this in your Indian and American or German or whichever magazines everywhere in the world. It must come. When you become this popular and so big, everybody will come and take your interview. At the time you say, when you become big, you say this point. The truth is this. You want to know the truth? Here's the truth. This is fundamentally, it will shake everyone's foundations. What Prabhupada is saying. Part of the question. Yes, Part, raise your hand.
Not a question, Prabhu. Just this thought that Prabhupada, like, if you first read, so Prabhu, I think I found this very, not I found this, but whatever, but this seems very out of.
Be honest. Sorry. Yeah. Be honest. No problem.
I found this like this, but then I was thinking on this. Why did I find it like this? And then I was hearing you speak. So I think Prabhupada are saying nothing out of the place. It seems out of the place because we don't have faith and on the process around Krishna. But Prabhupada have seen Krishna face to face. He knows this is the truth. He knows that this is absolute. What you're doing is not good. So from him, from coming from Prabhupada, such a elevated personality, he does not want you to. That is why even people, criticize Prabhupada's Gita, Bhagavad Gita, that it's full of bhakti and all of this. And because Prabhupada are giving the message directly. Like, no, you cannot be happy by just distributing food. You need to serve the Supreme. So if you see it from his angle, it's like perfectly fine. And it's us, it's me who does not have faith in the process, in Krishna. That is why we think, oh no, food distribution is also nice only. Why is he saying this? Because I don't have faith in Krishna.
Old uncle speaking, Indian uncle.
Yeah, because I don't have faith. That is what this.
Good. Absolutely right. This is the point. This is a point to be understood. And this is such an elevated point. I'm telling you, this is Bhagavatam philosophy, super duper Bhagavatam, even higher than Bhagavatam philosophy. You see, it is extraordinary. But at the same time, we must understand that doesn't mean we should not do it. We do it with bhakti there, but give them bhakti also. It's just like the completed point with Soumya Mataji. When you become the doctor there, somebody has a cancer and the cancer comes as a boil in the skin somewhere, So if you put band-aid on it, thinking the band-aid will solve the boil in the cancer is not going to be solved. For cancer removal, you need to do something else. So our cancer here is our own karmas. And everyone's karma. Everyone is suffering. Just by giving prasadam, of course it purifies everything. Don't get me wrong. And one should do it. The worst thing is to sell it and call it distribution. Don't sell and say distribution. You say distribution because I'm selling it. Be honest about it. It is too much for me to accept. People, devotees come and say, Roji, I have a restaurant, I'm doing prasad distribution. Man, you are having a restaurant, you're selling. You're not distributing. So come with me. I got $10, I make 2% plates and I give it to people. That's called distribution. If I charge them money, it's not distribution. It's selling. And that's all right. You can sell. No problem. Don't be hypocrite. Hypocrisy and devotional service doesn't work together. Remember this. You'll never be fooled. Never be fooled. If you have this clear conception that hypocrisy and bhakti does not go hand in hand, you'll be happy. And you'll know this with Prabhupada's books. I think we should stop here for now. Krishna has a question?
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
I had a question, but I also wanted to ask, I know that we're running out of time, but can we
that's all right. You can ask.
Can we finish the letter that Prabhupada wrote? Because I want to see the full.
That will be for next week because it's going to be long. There will be a lot of discussions will be taking place.
Okay. Because my question was that then why did Srila Prabhupada start the Food for Life Foundation? And why did Srila Prabhupada also say that he doesn't want anyone to go hungry within the 2-mile radius?
That's right. Because that is gone with bhakti, you see, not just helping people to do those things. That is correct. That's a very valid point. It's a very valid point. There's a way in which Mano Seva can become Madhav Seva. That will be explained. So that's why we have got television serials, they show you and then they stop, they put the complex for next week. See you next week. That's what we are doing, same way. You can read it as well if you want to, but one step at a time. This concept is very extraordinary. Anything else on this point? Krishnadas, you said 2 points, you said 2 things?
No, that was the 2. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Now, I'm saying we stop here, meaning I said we're not going to read more. If you have any questions or anything to say, please feel free now. Even the seniors, you want to say something? Please feel free now.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes, Abuji, Hari Bol.
The point you said that by giving money, you cannot make anyone rich. Nobody has ever become rich. Because that person has to be qualified. Perfect, Prabhu. But what about those people who win millions of dollars in lottery, lotto, and then all of a sudden they become rich? How do you put them in perspective?
Yeah, there is people who becoming rich by winning lotto. That's their karma. That's their karma to get money. You see? But I can tell you one thing. 99% of those people who become rich overnight, even if they got billions of dollars, they become poor very soon. You know this? This is a fact. Because if you have not worked hard to earn money, you will never know how to invest and save money. This is a fact. So that is, winning lotto is a lucky thing. It is your karma, good karma, and a finishing off also. But here, if somebody is poor on the streets, you give them food or something to stay, some donation here, there, they don't become rich. They will never become rich. There's something else at work.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. I found this very extraordinary actually. When I read it for the first time, Prabhupada, it was very shocking to me. Still shocking to me.
Krishna, I would just like to share one thing. During this COVID lockdown, the Indian government had some aid programs. So financial aid, right? So they had allocated a huge chunk of their GDP for this distributing money. So some of them would go directly to the bank account of people, like somewhat related to this, not exactly, but somewhat related to this. So government was giving money to people, so to give them a boost. So these people, so I was in Chinwada. So there were two people walking, like coming in the shop and talking about how they're making fake IDs and they're like getting this money from the government. And one of them said कि हम लोग तो मतलब they just eat one time a day, but the money that they get, they are going on vacations. So they are ready to eat one time a day, but they want to go on vacations and enjoy. So this is literally, and I was so shocked. I'm like, the government is giving you money to eat 2 square meals or 3 square meals. You are ready to stay hungry and malnourished, but you want to go on vacations. So this is what live I heard when people get money like so easily from the government.
Yes. This is the reason why, lottery you win, you lose everything. This is the reason why, because you've not worked hard for it. People have become rich not just by spending money, they have become rich by saving money. That people don't understand. When I become rich, I'll spend money, they say. Those who don't have money, they say, when I become rich, I'm going to spend money on this car, I'll buy that car, I'll do all those things. Absolutely right. And there are rich people doing it. Don't get me wrong. But the second richest person in the world, what is that old man? People always quote him. What is it? Warren Buffett. He drives which car, Ask Google. Check Google. Find out. Is he still driving the same car? Before I open my mouth. Because Google will have latest. Google never lies.
It's a cheap car. It's like
Yep.
$45,000 something. Cadillac.
That's right. Whatever it is, right? He's not driving that Mercedes and all those things, right? He can afford it. He can afford it. But a person who's a pauper, tell him, if I give you, so much money, so many millions of dollars, what will you do? I'll buy a big car. He thinks about spending money only. But by spending money, nobody's become rich. By saving money, you become rich. Barabar Avinash Prabhu. Chitra Prabhu, correct? Am I right? Yeah. That's the point. You must understand. You earn $1, you save whatever you want to save. After saving, then you spend other things. There also you save from there also. They hate Indians, All these Westerners, they hate Western shopkeepers, they hate Indians. We save everywhere, Anyway, that's not what I'm going to say. So you don't become rich by spending money, you become rich by saving money. That people don't know. If that person says, if you get $50 million today, what will you do? Well, I will save it. If the person says that, then he'll remain rich. Yeah. Right. Great point. Great point.
Soumya Mataji has texted in the chat.
Yes, okay, Mother, you have something to say? All right, you cannot speak, so I'm reading it now. Hare Krishna, everyone. These kind of schemes, even for people below poverty line, is actually being used to promote unemployment among the people. Moreover, even the money given as a part of these programs is hardly being used for their food, which is also very much subsidized and doesn't cost them much. And a lot of the money goes on alcohol, smoking, and is wasted in other ways. That's right. Absolutely right. What you're saying is exactly what is happening in New Zealand. See, in New Zealand, those people who do not have house to live in. About 60% of the people living in New Zealand in rents. Okay. And most of them are subsidized by the government. Either government pays full rent or part of their rent. Otherwise, they cannot live. Now, there are those who, even if government wanting to give rents, they cannot find houses. People will not take them. There are many of them, thousands of them. So for them, the government goes and hires a motel, and they hire the motel for the whole year, and people are staying in the motel. So in the cold weather and all, there's heating and bed and all those things. Now the problem happens over there. What Soumya Mother was saying, that all those places of motel becomes a ghetto where drug dealings, alcoholism, gang problems, is rampant because they don't know what to do. If you are worried about earning money, going and earning money, let me become serious, let me study, do some hard work, then you don't have time for all these things. But money coming to your pocket easily, then you think about, oh well, money is going to come in tomorrow also. So let me talk about, how will I spend money? How do I do drugs and all wrong things I will do? How to become rich overnight. You see, and this is a problem. In New Zealand, they must have how much they spent? $30 billion or something, $60 billion in COVID. $60 billion for a 5 million people population. Okay, there also not everybody took the money, but most of them took the money. All right, $60 billion. That has not made people rich, but I can tell you one thing: those people who know how to manage money, who are rich, will keep this money and become more rich. I can tell you that. But those who are not rich will use the money and spend the money, and they're again asking for money. This is a fact. This is a guaranteed fact. All right? So, we have to understand this. There's a reason, overall reason why somebody is rich and somebody is poor. Somebody is poor also becomes rich. Somebody rich also becomes poor. There's karma to it. There's one's own endeavors to it. But karma is a very important part. So, one final point before I finish today's discussion. Even our devotees, whoever you may want to build a temple for Krishna. Of course, you can ask for donations from people. Don't get me wrong. It's all good. Do not become beggar. Always remember one thing. Krishna's wife is goddess of fortune. If Krishna wants, you can easily make this temple. We just read Srimad Bhāgavatam, read Bhagavad Gita, Srila Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhāgavatam, Srimad Charitamrita. Chant sincerely, do your personal sadhana. Everything around you will be nicely satisfied. We do not fight and criticize with anybody, but this is our mood. And we say, instead of making one big temple with worth $1 million, I would rather have 100,000 centers worth $1,000 or $100. And centers are what? Home. Your home is a center. Why do you need to go somewhere else? I can't understand this. Why do you want to go and give 20 rupees, 100 rupees for prasad distribution somewhere else, where somebody else will make rice and dal and give to somebody else? Why? Why can't you make your 100 rupees? You get rice, you get dal, you have something, offer to Krishna and pack it and distribute to people. You get 100% benefit. Why can't you do it? We are in that business. Hare Krishna Weekend is that training institution. We're education institution for this. Of course, doesn't mean you should not give to other temples and all. You can give, no problem. But primarily, we want you to do this. You understand, you youngsters? So wherever you are, in physically located, wherever you are, in whatever condition you are in, even you students, Pratyush, you may with your pocket money or you some earning money here, there, you can yourself do distribution. I can tell you. You don't require to say, but I'm just a small man, what will I do? You'll do everything. Your capacity to do absolutely everything, miracles. Just give yourself to us, you will not believe how we'll train you. And you'll do brilliant things. Today you are in Mumbai, today in India, tomorrow you can be in USA or somewhere else, and do exactly the same thing there. Exactly the same thing there. You'll be very happy. Chant and be happy. Okay. Right. Anyone want to say anything else before we finish today's discussion? As I said, once you go to intermediate level, of course you can still come back and ask questions, but the concept should be very, very clear. Concept should be very clear. Okay, Pratyush, one thing you learned from today?
one thing that I learned from this class today.
Hmm.
That Manav Seva is not Madhav Seva, but this also does not mean that we should not serve people. We should help people. We should indeed help people, but we should give them. We should, if we are giving them prasadam, then we have to give a prasadam that is offered to Krishna. We should not only just give them food that is not offered to Krishna, otherwise this cycle will continue.
Yes, and they should know why they're suffering. Give them knowledge.
Yes, we have to give them knowledge.
Yes, with prasadam. Hare Krishna mantra also and knowledge also. Okay? Very good. Suchi, one thing you learned from today. Mother.
Yes, Prabhuji, one thing that I learn is no matter how big or small you are, you can still continue to give your best in the service of Krishna and make sure that you are doing your best. That is what is needed.
Okay, good, good. Thank you. Parth, what do you think, Parth Prabhu?
I just related to what we were discussing yesterday in Avinash Prabhu's class. We were talking about how Krishna and Krishna's pure devotees are mystical, both of them. They work in mystical ways. So I just realized that Srila Prabhupada is such an elevated devotee. If we want to understand what he's actually trying to speak, if what he's actually conveying, we need guidance. We need devotees and we need bona fide guidance. Otherwise, just reading Prabhupada also. It's not, it might confuse us. We might not get the mood. So we need guidance. I need guidance to understand Srila Prabhupada. And then also second thing that I learned is, you just asked one, but second thing is, I personally think my faith in Krishna is not that strong. Maybe with the process it will become, but I need to have more faith in Krishna in the process that yes, this is the fact, this is the truth.
Yes, good.
Yes, better. So yes, Prabhu, that is better.
Very good. Keep challenging Krishna. Your faith will increase. Challenge him. Jai. Yes, Pratyush, raise your hands.
Prabhuji, I was having a question that you were saying that we should not that 100 rupees example you were giving, that if we are giving 100 rupees to a temple, then they are making the food. Why not we ourselves make the food and distribute to the people? Prabhuji, then I was having the question that, but we are giving them 100 rupees because we do not have the time to cook the food and distribute this.
Why not? So you want to, first of all, why are you giving to them?
Because I want to do something good for the society.
Barabar. Okay. Now, if you give, if your primary aim is to do something good to the society for yourself, bhakti, whatever you call it, okay? Now, by giving somebody else, you will get some benefit, but not 100%. You will get 50%, 40% benefit, or 30% benefit. Because the person who's taking it from you will get some benefit also. Then person who is then making rice, sabji, will get some benefit also. Then person who's offering to Krishna will get some benefit also. And then person who's packing things will get some benefit also. And then person who's packing it, putting in a van and distributing, going for distribution will get benefit also. So what is your benefit percentage is reduced to now? 20%? 10%? But if you have a full 100 rupees, you get your rice, you get your dal, you get a sabji, you're cooking anyways, cook it yourself, offer to Krishna, make into 10 packets and distribute it. How much benefit you'll get? 100%? So choice is yours. We don't force anyone to do anything. There's nothing wrong to give to temple or church or wherever you want to give. Don't get it wrong. What we are saying is, because you come to study from us, we're telling you how to get 100% benefit. That's what I do. That's what I teach. That's what we did yesterday. We did exactly the same thing. We did exactly the same thing. We have an organization though. We are a structured organization, but whatever we can afford, we cooked, we packed, we invited people, we sang kirtan, we gave them philosophy and give them prasadam. We said next time, meet you next time. 100% benefit. Why do I take only 20% benefit by 100 rupees? If I'm spending 100 rupees, I should get 100 rupee benefit. No. In fact, we should get 110 rupee benefit. We should become very much banya, businessman in devotional service. Otherwise, it's your choice. Is it okay? It's all a matter of choice. Is it okay?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Think about it. Yeah. Anyone else wants to say anything on this before we finish?
Thank you, Prabhu. And I think Pratyush asked very intelligent question, Prabhu. We all go through all those things. We all give money. We all want to help people, but we don't know how to get. So one thing which I learned, Prabhuji, which reinforced, which is very practical, you taught us how to become rich.
I don't know how to become rich. So I should become rich as well, but I'm not. I'm not rich.
Listening to Soumya Mataji and other devotees, I remember somebody in very early stage when I was struggling, when I came to New Zealand, somebody told me, don't take government's money. It is very toxic. Once you get used to it, you will never work.
That's right.
That's a formula you reinforce, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Yes, I remember my accountant telling me, so I came to New Zealand. The first week I landed, my plane landed. I went next day. Somebody took me to the government office. I went to the government office, and next week onwards, I started to get free money, man. He said, his eyes lit up. He said, every week free money coming. Government is paying for doing nothing. I have landed yesterday. So what sort of country is this, It never worked. It never worked. They'll kill me for this. New Zealand government will sue me for this. They say, you get out of this country, But you're disturbing people. The whole government is resting on this free money only. Helping people, Labour government and all that, national government. The whole policy is free money. And we are against this free money.
They all young people now want to come to New Zealand.
Now it's gone. It doesn't work now. It was at that one point in time. Now no money, no free money. Now there's a lot of hard work to do. And they push you out. Why want free money? Still they give free money, but you have to push you out. They reduce the money and it's very poor. It's not worth it. You all educated people, you must earn your own money, become rich billionaires. Why do you want to earn someone else's money? Why become beggar? See, we should give. Always remember this. My principle in life is this way, that when a person comes in touch with me, he should go with something better than what he has come to me. He should not go with something which is lower than what he came to me from. The balance sheet with me and that person should be higher giving than taking. You'll be very happy, I'm telling you. Okay. Any other questions? Anyone saying? Want to say something? No? Okay, 10 more seconds before we finish. Feel free. Right. Okay. Mahesh, want to say something? You were in and out though. I don't know whether you got the opportunity to hear. Anyway, I think he is not connected well. Okay, so whose turn today is for Maharaj? Maharaj, please hear us. Who's going to sing today? Is it Navina singing? Is Shubhada singing? She always fools me, Navina. I don't know what you always get excited, Yes, my turn. I get very full all the time, So it's Navina's turn?
Yes.
Come, Navina. Very nice. Start. 1, 2, 3, start.
Maharaj, please hear us.
Maharaj, please hear us.
We have learned some real good stuff.
We have learned some real good stuff.
Maharaj, we have learned one thing.
Maharaj, we have Manvanti.
And today for you we will sing.
We will sing.
If our room is clean,
If our room is clean,
then our mind is clean.
then our mind is clean.
If our mind is clean, we can do anything.
We can do anything.
If our room is dirty,
If our room is dirty,
then so are we.
then so are we.
And if we are dirty, we're not happy.
We're not happy.
Wasting time
Wasting time
is the greatest crime.
is the greatest crime.
Because wasted time
Because wasted time
means a wasted mind.
means a wasted mind.
So best use your time
So best use your time
when you're in your prime.
when you're in your prime.
And your whole life
And your whole life
will be sublime.
will be sublime.
If your wealth is gone,
If your wealth is gone,
then there's nothing wrong.
then there is nothing wrong.
But if your health is gone,
Wealth is gone,
that's a different song.
that's a different song.
If your character dies,
If your character dies,
then the world will cry.
then the world will cry.
Only saintly behavior
Only saintly behavior
lets humanity thrive.
lets humanity thrive.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
We must always remember Krishna
We must always remember Krishna
and never forget him too.
and never forget him too.
But how are we to practice this with so many things to do?
But how are we to practice this with so many things to do?
That is the greatest question.
That is the greatest question.
And here is the greatest clue.
And here is the greatest clue.
You must learn to work so nicely that Krishna remembers you.
You must work so nicely that Krishna remembers you.
So listen very closely
So listen very closely
and make your thinking sharp.
and make your thinking sharp.
Let's learn how we can live and work so Krishna won't depart.
Let's learn how we can live and work so Krishna won't depart.
If something's due tomorrow,
If something's due tomorrow,
finish it today.
finish it today.
And whatever's due today,
And what is due today,
do it now, don't delay.
do it now, don't delay.
Your friends might be lazy
Friends might be lazy
or doing bad things,
or doing bad things.
but if you think again,
But you think again,
don't follow them.
don't follow them.
But you think again.
But you think again,
Not but if you think again. Say, but you think again.
but you think again. Don't follow them,
Don't follow them,
and you will win the end.
and you will win the end.
Whatever work we given,
What we given,
we do our very best.
do our very best.
We only live with what we need and give Krishna the rest.
We only live with what we need and give Krishna the rest.
This is how to live, to work and to play. You learn to live this way, we'll see Krishna every day.
Learn to live this way, we'll see Krishna every day.
And when our time is up, he'll take us off above. We can dance with him, the hearts full of love.
He will take us up. We can dance with him, the heart full of love.
We chant Krishna's name, his glory and his fame. It's the only way this world can ever become sane.
Chant Krishna's name, his glories and his fame. It's only with this world we will become
Now please ask this greatest question.
Now please ask this greatest question
And find this greatest clue.
and find this greatest clue.
You can only remember Krishna
You can only remember Krishna
if Krishna remembers you.
if Krishna remembers you.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Jai His Holiness Srila Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj Srila Gurudev ki Jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
Jai.
Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda ki Jai. Jai Gaur Chandra Prem Anande. Namo Vishnu Vadaya Krishna Bhutale Srimati Mahavishnu Goswami Namine. Namo Vishnu Vadaya Krishna Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Viran Swami Namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaumani Prasayana Nivisheshu. Jai. Okay. So we'll meet Krishna willing next week, same place, same time. Till then, chant Hare Krishna and be happy. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.